Hello and welcome to this video where I am going to show you how to run the PS3HEN exploit, so essentially modding your console for PS3, and this allows you to do it on all firmware including the latest as of recording this video, which is 4.88. There's a very good likelihood it will be the same or similar for future versions as well, and this works on all PS3 models. I'll be doing it on the PS3 Fat. I've tested it on the PS3 Slim before, and I know people that have tested it on the PS3 Super Slim. So all models, all firmwares, this works. So you can play backup, play homebrew, all of that good stuff. Just want to get it out the way. This video is not condoning piracy. It is for educational purposes. And now that we got that out of the way, let's actually get down to downloading the stuff that we all actually need. So this assumes you're already on version 4.88. If not, feel free to update, and I've got a video covering basically how to. So what you want to do is go to the Discord page. There's a link in the description, and if you scroll down, just join the group and scroll down and then go to PS3 under emulation and games, so PS3. And if you go to pinned messages toward the bottom, there is a video. Update PS3 or PS3 models to 4.87 manually. If you just watch that, you can just use the same process for downloading 4.88 and update that, or you could have updated it via the internet. Either way is fine, but as long as you're on 4.88 or even lower, to be fair, this video should be all good to go. And what you'll need to do is download a few things. You will need this FAT32 formatting tool. So if we open that, I'll show you the other things to download. And if you scroll up, we'll also need 7-zip. If you have some other unarchiving, uncompression tool of your choice, feel free to use that. Scroll up, we'll also need PS3 exploit website. And we'll need one more, which is the WinMD5 checksum. And for some reason that is not in here. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna whack that right here. Win MD5. So there we go, and I'll pin it so you can easily access it. So when you actually use the video, when you watch the video, it'll be right there. Okay, so you just want to download each one of them one by one. To download this, you just click the image, and to download 7-zip, just select one of these. Don't do an alpha, just do a regular build. And most likely it will be 64-bit, but you can check by going to your computer, go to system properties, and if you scroll down, it'll tell you right here what it is. 64-bit operating system. That supports 64-bit and 32-bit applications. If you have a 32-bit operating system, it's 32-bit only for you. Okay, so select the right version. So like click that, for example, take it to this website once the countdown is done, and then it will basically start downloading. So not a very complex process. I'm going to cancel it because I've already got it. And next, on the PS3 exploit website, you will need to download the actual PS3HEN firmware, and scroll down, just click this link right here. So this is a little warning, keep this in mind. Do not enable FSM and do not install CC API with PS3HEN. So both of these you cannot do with PS3HEN. Okay, so just click that. It'll take you to this PSX Place website. Scroll down and just select one of the mirrors. I selected MediaFire, doesn't really matter which one. Click the download button, and there you go. I've already got it downloaded, so I am going to actually cancel it. And on WinMD5, scroll down, click the download button here. Again, I've already got it, so I've just cancelled it right there. So that's literally everything from here. I'll minimize it, but we shouldn't need to open up the browser again. So what we'll do is we'll go to where we actually downloaded everything. And yes, this is nothing. This, will need you to have some sort of USB stick, and I've got a USB stick right here. So if you right click, go to format, you can format it right here. And if FAT32 is here, fantastic. Select FAT32, quick format, you can rename it, allocation size, leave as what it is, click start, and it will bear in mind we'll erase everything, so anything on there that you need, back up. But if your USB stick is too big, then the FAT32 option won't appear, and for that, that's where I'll go extra one of these, I'll delete this. That is where the GUI format comes into play. So if we just click that, click yes, and select your USB stick, make sure you select the correct one, because once you format it, you will not be getting that data back. So click start, click OK, and there you go. If you get any errors or anything saying it can't be successful, close all of the Explorer windows down and try again. Okay, so click close. Now that this is formatted, what you need to do is extract these two files. So the WinMD5.3, you can honestly just extract it by right clicking extract all, because it's just a basic zip file. For raw, you need something else, hence why we've downloaded 7-zip. So if you just double click that, click yes, and just go through the process of installing it. For me, go into the D drive because it's detected I've already got a copy of this installed. Click install, and that's it. And now you just right click each one, go to 7-zip, extract 2, so you'll put it in its own folder. Do the same with the MD5.3, 7-zip, extract 2. Okay, so this is an optional step, but one that I highly recommend in HFW. If you go in here, there's this file right here. We want to check the validity of this file, make sure it hasn't got corrupted or anything like that, because that could potentially, cause problems with your PlayStation. So to do that, if you go to the WinMD5.3, run the exe, browse to that particular file. So for me, it's in downloads, Chrome, HFW, PS3 update, and it's this PS3 update.pup, and it is computing it. That's fine. Now what you want to do is go back to the web browser and go back to actually where we downloaded this, and this was on the PS3 exploit website. Go to the download, and there will be an MD5 checksum that you can copy to compare it against. Scroll down, copy that, and there we go. Paste it there, click verify, they match, that's good. That means the validity of this file is solid, so you're good to continue this process. If for some reason it isn't, just re-download the file. It's probably some sort of corrupt download. Feel free to try one of the other mirrors as well if you want to do that. Okay, so what you want to do is on your USB stick, create a folder called PS3, and make sure you rename it properly, PS3, all uppercase. This is important. Inside there, create another folder called update, all uppercase, and inside of there is where you copy over the update file. The update folder structure was already present here. I created it manually just in case, depending on what version you download, might not have it. And also, if you're on Windows, again, you can do this on Mac or Linux. The tools or the process may slightly vary, but recommend Windows, just easier. Go to view, make sure hidden name extension is shown, so we can definitely see the extension. And you want to make sure it is named PS3 update, so that's like update without the e.pup, all uppercase. That is very important, no spaces. So just copy that onto here. And now that's been copied, so we've pretty much done everything. We've dealt with the the HEN, the hybrid firmware. We've checked some. We obviously formatted the USB stick, and we obviously use 7-zip as well. So that's really it. What we're gonna do now is switch over to the PS3. We're done with the PC portion of this. I know some videos do this part way. I like to do this at the start because we can switch to the PS3. A few things we need to do on the PS3 itself, and then we can mod it using this PS3HEN firmware. So I will see you on the PS3 in like 2 seconds for you. Okay, so now that we are on the PS3, obviously a few things. Make sure you have a PS3 controller. Best if you have one of the official controllers, just because we'll be going to recovery mode and just to make sure it fully works. You obviously need that USB stick as well, and you will need a mini USB cable, so the one that you use to charge your controller with. So this is what you'll be needing. First thing that you want to do is go all the way to the left, and almost all the way to the left, and go down to system settings. And what we want to do is turn off a few things. You want to turn off automatic update for starters. Go to off. And scroll down for display what's new. You want to also turn this off as well. So turn that off. This just ensures the best, one, the automatic update is good to turn off because you do not want your console to update if you're connected to the internet. Also, the display what's new just helps with the exploit. Now that you've done that, we can actually turn our console off. So if we just plug in our USB stick, so I'll do that first. So let's bring it down here. And got the USB stick. Like I said, this is an OG fat model that my friend Steven gave me. And he was very kind enough to give me this. So I could update this to the latest version and show you how to do this. And if your USB stick was formatted all correctly, you will see the USB stick appear here. Fantastic. What you want to do is just turn your console off. Turn off system, turn off system. Okay, so what we want to do now is enter recovery mode on our console. So this is pretty easy to do, to be fair. So let me just take this down here. And what you want to do is locate the power button. It's the same on PS3, Slim, Super Slim, and the fat version. So what you want to do is keep this button pressed. I won't do it yet. Keep it pressed till it turns on and then turns off, then you let go. So I'll make it so you can see the light. I just gotta wait for it to turn off. That's that done. We need to do this one more time, but on this one, you want to let go when you hear two fast beeps. You'll hear one beep, then you'll hear a two fast beep afterwards. So if I just keep this pressed. There you go. You heard the two fast beeps. That's when you let go. And just try and let go as fast as you can. So it's gone into recovery mode. It says connect the controller using a USB cable. Hence why we needed the USB cable. So let's plug a USB cable in. I've got a couple right here. And let me grab my controller. This is a Killzone 3 Special Edition controller, if you're wondering why it's sort of like a camo-y green. Okay, and then once you've got the controller connected, you just do that. Okie dokie. And what we're going to do is I'm going to place this here. You can now just use the controller to navigate. Just use the D-pad, go down, go to System Update, click X, and connect storage media that contains update version of 4.8 or later, which is what we put on there. Click Start and select on your controller. So let me show you just to make sure you know exactly what you're doing. This cable is a bit tangled to be fair. So you want to press these two. Don't knock the camera. These two buttons. There we go. It is checking it. And obviously we already did the MD5 checksum. We should be all good. We put it in a folder called update, all uppercase, which is in a no folder called PS3, all uppercase as well. And because we formatted it to FAT32, we shouldn't have any problems. If during this process you get any errors or anything that suggests a problem, we stop the process. I haven't personally had any issues, but I've read people having issues and then them just redoing it again, maybe once, maybe twice, maybe as many times they need to, and then it works. So that's just something to bear in mind. Okay, so yeah, it's just a matter of this update is getting prepared now, and once this is done, obviously the PS3 will be updated to PS3 4.88, the exploited version. Then we'll need to install HEN. After this, the process is for the most part pretty simple. And yeah, Also, obviously, you can grab some tea, grab a drink, do whatever you want during this stage. After we've done this, before we install PS3HEN, we will activate our console. This will help with certain games. Again, not condoning piracy, but for backup purposes. To activate it, you will need a PSN account. Highly recommend that you have a backup PSN account, aka secondary, tertiary, whatever. A PSN account that you do generally not use for anything else. I've just created one. That is the one I will be logging in to actually activate the console. So if Sony was to say, gonna ban this account because we think they've done some sort of modding, for example, it's not your primary account. I wouldn't want that because I've got over 100 platinums, like I want to say over 5,000 trophies. Do not want that banned at all. So bear that in mind. Okay, so the update is, again, if you go to a black screen, that's fine. It will start the update process momentarily. So it's saying no signal, not a problem at all, not a problem. Okay, so here we go. So you can just use the wireless controller. So we can just press the PlayStation button, it will connect. There we go. And it detected the firmware as well. So it's checking for update data. Again, this stage is really just waiting game for the most of it. Okay, so you literally just click X and just go down, accept, and press X. And obviously make sure your PS3 does not lose power, don't turn it off, blah 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 blah, all that jazz. So this will all progress. I think usually around about the 20% mark, it jumps to about 100%. If that happens, don't worry, that is fine. As long as you don't get any specific error or anything that looks like an error, you should be all good. And you can do it again if you want to. If after this, when we install PS3HEN, if that is not working, then it's possible maybe the firmware wasn't installed. So it's always possible. Feel free to go to recovery mode and do it again. Some people install the firmware via the update method on the PS3 using the update via USB method on there. I prefer to go to recovery mode. I personally find that works the best. And some people do it twice, like once in there, once in recovery mode. Honestly, just go recovery mode from the start. It's not a hard thing to do. You don't need to open up your console. Don't need any special privileges or developer mode. Just need to know how to get into there, which I've already showed you. So yeah, go straight to developer mode. It's a lot easier. Okay, so we're at 21%. 2. Okay, still going. Again, just it's a game of waiting patiently. Okay, so it's just rebooted. That's fine. Again, just wait patiently. So once this appears, you just select the PlayStation button. You'll connect. Just go through the setup process. So I'm on HDMI. Yep, it's detected that. And yes, I'm happy with that. And the thing is, you won't really know if it's successful at this stage for the simple reason nothing really changed. Boot up logo is the same, the actual PS3 menu is the same. There are no extra icons. If you go to system settings, system information is still the same, say 4.88. So you might be thinking, has it updated? Trust me, I mean, unless it hasn't, but trust me, it has. If you haven't had any errors, you should be all good to go. So this is where we want to activate a PS3. It's optional, highly recommend it. But like I said, make sure you use an account that is not your main PSN account. So scroll over, create a new user, and then we can just delete it afterwards. So we'll actually now we can just do it on here. So what I'm going to do is just go to like the PlayStation Store and got the date of birth here. That should be fine. Okay, you need to download it. Or already had it, that's fine, just let it download. Obviously, this stage does require you to be connected to the internet, as does the next, stages as well, because it is a web browser exploit. So bear that in mind. Make sure you're connected to the internet via, wireless or wired. It is totally up to you. Just the camera slightly. There we go. Ooh, no, do not want to cancel it. Need to stop accidentally pressing the controller. So again, this is currently undergoing maintenance. Strange, but crashed a lot. Quit. Go back to the main menu. Okay, so now that we're back in the main menu, okay, let's try going. Let's go to sign up because that's really all we need, I guess. And we've got existing account, so click that, and then we need to sign in. So I'm gonna just put the screen so you cannot see, even though it is a dummy account anyway. To be fair. Okay, so almost put the email in. How far the keyboard has come since the PS3 days. Mm. Oh, the Xbox was so slow. PS3 one was always so smooth. It got better towards the end. The Xbox One did, to be fair. Okay, so what the email is? Okay, now the password. Okay, So FYI, I just logged in, so just click continue, and it says proceed to PlayStation Store. I mean, I don't really need to do that at this stage, so because I should be all signed in anyway. So sign in automatically. Don't want to do that. Sign in. So just wanted to sign in, and then we'll activate our console, and then what we can actually do is just delete this entire. Let me just mute my PC because Discord seems to keep going off. Should I have that issue now? And now, once you signed in, go to account management. On the PlayStation Network, obviously. And yeah, I'm used to the PS5 being a lot smoother, a lot faster. And then you just go to system activation, PS3 system, just do for game, activate system, and that's it. Activation completed. So we're all good to go now. We can go back and we can actually just log out of here. I think I did log out. I can't remember. So you just click on the account management, click sign out. Now that we're signed out, just to make sure there's no traces, we can create a new user. So this probably would have been the best thing, would have been to create, call it. You can call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it hen. Probably would have been best to create a new user, then you could have just deleted that user. But what I'm going to do is delete the original user. Okay, so delete the original user. Okay, so we're on PS3HEN. Okay, so now that we've activated the console, that was a one-time thing. You don't need to keep doing it, and you don't need to be logged in. Probably best if you're not. So what you want to do is go to your web browser. So you want to go to Internet Browser and click triangle. And what you want to do is go to Tools, go to Confirm Browser Close, and you want to turn this off. So there's a few things that we need to do in this the browser setup, so the exploit is more likely to be successful. Click triangle again, go to Tools, go down to Home Page, and select Blank Page. Okay, click OK. Now click triangle again, go to Tools, and you want to delete all of these things. So you want to delete cookies, and go to Tools again. You want to delete search history. And go to Tools again, delete cache. Go to Tools again, delete authentication information. And now we've done that, we can actually, install PS3HEN. To do that, just go to your. So press start. I'll forget how to go to the address bar and delete that and put in PS3 exploit, and without the E at the start. Exploit is basically the website that we went to download the HEN's firmware. Exploit.com, press start, and what I'll do is I'll take it a little closer so you can actually see the exact website. That's it, PS3exploit.com. There we go. Just down a bit. Press start, just open that up. And once this has now opened up, what you want to do is click the select button, add to bookmarks, and that's it, press circle. We do that just so it's easy to get back to it if we need to at a later stage. So go to the top and where you say PS3HEN, and again, I'll zoom in. I'll just show you the one. We went all the way to the top there, PS3HEN. Go to just click the arrows and go to HEN installer alternative. You can do the original one there. The alternative one obviously has better compatibility and usually works better. So press X on that. It'll take you to another tab, another page. Just wait patiently. If at any stage you get errors during this and it is not 100% successful, just redo this process again. Hence why we did the bookmark, so you'd have to type it in, because for some people it can take a few times, to be fair. I've usually had pretty good experience with this, but I've heard some people having to do it again and again and again and again. Just wait patiently, just do it again and again and again. So it's just initializing, just wait patiently, that's not really an issue now. What you can actually really do at this stage, if you press select, click add to bookmarks. And the reason we've done that is if if it jumps, that's fine. If you see this, you're all good to go. If it says how to install HEN, then you're successful. The reason we bookmarked it, if you had problems, and you have to run it again and again and again, instead of going to the PS3 Exploit website and go to the top and selecting the installer, you can just do this. You can just open that bookmark. So now that this is successfully installed, these are the instructions. You want to close your web browser. You want to open remote play. We're not using remote play, it's just being exploited via that icon. Open remote play, quit immediately, use new icon to download and install HEN, reboot after installation. Okay, so quit after that. Go to remote play. And as soon as we get a chance to quit, we will quit. Okay, so if it quits automatically, that's fine. But what you'll notice, if you go above remote play, there's a icon called install HEN. If this appears, fantastic. If it doesn't, then just redo the process again. Click install HEN and click install. It will download it. So just bear that in mind. So you do need to be connected to the internet again. So not a big file, 12 meg on my computer. I mean, on my internet, it's not taking too long. On yours, probably be even quicker. And it's installing it now. Okay, remember what I said? You need to turn your console off. So keep the PlayStation button pressed, click turn off system, turn it off. And once this is turned off, we'll turn it back on. Unfortunately, like newer consoles like PS3 or PS5, for example, you can't just do a restart. You have to do a turn off and on. Okay, so now that's turned off, I'm going to turn it on again. You probably heard the beep. Actually, at this stage, you could take out the USB stick if you want to. You don't actually need it anymore, so that's really totally up to you. Again, if it takes a little bit longer for the signal to pop up, that's fine. If this file system is corrupted, again, that's fine. Just click X and it'll restore your file system. That's again not a problem if you have any issues like that pop up. Again, if at any stage it does not work, you get errors or it just does not go any further, just do the last couple of steps again, just to ensure. Again, these are exploits, these aren't official by Sony, so they're never going to be 100%. Even Sony's own stuff isn't 100%, so there's always that. So just wait for the console to show some, video signal. Okay, so again, it can take a bit of time. Just be patient. I thought it before. What's happened, but it's fine. Click the PlayStation button. Controller will connect. go all the way over to game. If this shows, then so far you're good, you've made it. Just click X on enable hen, and then you'll get some more stuff. So we got package manager here, but if you click enable hen, it'll show you in the top right a second. So it should say hen there, and it should say welcome to PS3 hen 3.03. Latest PS3 hen available in 3.03. And that's it. If you go over here, we got the exploit home. So if you click that, it takes you directly. So this is like a on an XMB bookmark almost. And if you go to hybrid firmware tools, so these are the tools we've shown. So it's giving you a restore PS3 option, which is fantastic. It's giving you some in-game settings, dump tools. Feel free to Google what all of these, really are. And there's, theme selector as well, PS3HEN updater. So you can periodically do this. So if you click X, you'll download the latest PS3 software. So I've already got it, so I'm not going to do it. Probably best if you periodically do it. And if you need to, just enable hen and also just click X on enable hen and it will enable it. So that's really it. You're all good to go now. You've got a package manager, so you could install packages if you had, some sort of, homebrew or games or anything like that. Really simple. Just takes a bit of time. If you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord group, which I'm sure you already have because you downloaded the links required for this video. Feel free to post in the PS3 channel, which is under emulation and games. And really, that's it. I'll be doing a PS3 4.88 custom firmware video as well, so feel free to check that out. Look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.